Growing apples, it's an art and science. We want to produce the best possible apples that we can, and that they're award-winning apples. I'm Gail Ardiel, and this is my son Kyle. We live in Clarksburg, Ontario, and our farm is called Apple Springs Orchards. Seeing Kyle work and moving it forward and hopefully take over the orchard, this is amazing for us. It's succession planning in the future.
Our growing region is one of the most northerly climates in Canada for growing apples. However, the lake effect helps moderate the temperatures so we can grow apples in the region. There's a lot of change coming, and I'm gonna need a lot of help. So you roll? Yeah. We wouldn't be here without our crew and our staff. Ken, are you cool with coming with Ken and I for the morning? Today, we're gonna fix some trellis systems, do a little bit of pruning, but first we're gonna fix some of this reflective material that we have laid out in the orchard. Okay guys, so we did our first pick and it looked like this reflective material really made some difference getting more apples off the first pick.
Yeah.
We gotta roll it back now so that we can get more color on the second pick. Sound good?
Yeah, man.
Okay. The white fabric simply just bounces the sunlight up within the tree into the apples so that there's even coloring all the way around the apples. And that way, when I'm going to pick, instead of being able to pick 60% on my first pick, I'm gonna get maybe an 80 or close to a 90 because all of the apples have been getting all the light at once. With other ones that do not have the reflective material, you can see inside still green apples, but all the outside are nice and red. So with this, I'm able to save labor by cutting the amount of times I go back over the orchard, picking and picking and picking. We have a new 5-year-old Honeycrisp block where the weight of the apples is starting to bow out. We're gonna use W clips, bring that tree back in with the trellis system so it's straight, so we protect our investment and we don't have the tree branches snap. The trellis is one of the most important parts of these high-density orchards. Without the trellis, your entire trees and crop would just fall on the ground because the weight on these trees is significant. We're looking at hundreds of pounds throughout the rows. Ken, why don't we start this up and we'll go down with these clips.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, man.
That sounds good.
Okay. We have a platform. This allows us to move at a very slow pace, but one that can be managed for work, that we're constantly know we're moving at a certain speed throughout the orchard. Before we had platforms, it was ladder work, so you're constantly moving a ladder. This platform allows us to keep the work consistent. When I'm looking throughout the trellis, I'm looking to make sure that the trees are properly structured, they're pruned correctly so that the top leader is always trying to grow to the top of the line. That way we can get maximum light penetration. That provides consistent colored apples and the same size of apple. Different plantings have different styles of pruning. The one we'll be working on is the tree every 2 feet with a row width of 10 feet. So this is our new 10 by 2 Honeycrisp. We want to make sure there's light in here, right? So see how we have 2 limbs coming out here? That one's going to shade the next one. So what are we going to do with this one?
Got this one.
Perfect. Gone.
Yeah, I'll take this one right here, man.
Perfect. We are clipping the tree branches at about a 1 foot length. This allows the branches to stiffen up, so when the fruit form the following year, they do not break the branch or bend it over too much. So we can have one guy on one side and one guy on the other side, and we'll just kind of move slowly down here and we'll keep going.
Don't cut your finger.
Nope, don't want to cut your finger. Can you see the little bit of browning at the top here?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of mite damage that we've got. You can definitely see it's affecting the tree. I knew we'd find mite damage down there, but the trees were not producing apples this year, so I knew we didn't need to spray for anything. Next year, when there are apples, I will have to manage this pest. The apple industry is constantly evolving. In order to stay efficient and provide maximum yields for consumers, we have to go out and learn new techniques and learn new ways to grow. So the information that I learn, I have to make sure that knowledge is passed on to my team. Okay, Ken, we've just come to our new V trellis. And it looks like we kind of got a good foot of growth this year. We don't want this waving in the wind. We want to secure these and get these wires. So we got this new tape gun. It's pretty easy to use. So we just want to pull that around, put it right around that wire, and taped. Now we want to kind of get it again here, out of the way. Boom. And now, when that wind is flowing, that's not going to flap anywhere. So all the energy from the tree, it's going to just grow straight up, and hopefully we can guide that along here. And then this opens up a window for light. So when the light's coming this way, or at the end of the day through here, we're getting apples on the other side and we're getting apples on this side, so we can get nice color and even distribution. Yep, don't worry about that branch, that little, yeah, that's fine. Do you see this here? That's leaf curling midge. Basically, that's a little bug that bites the leaf and it curls up and lays its eggs inside. You no longer get photosynthesis from the sun because all these leaves are damaged.
Yeah.
So then no energy will go back into the roots for next year, or no energy will go to our crop. So they have to go, but you know what? We'll worry about them in the springtime. Next year, we'll be more diligent against these leaf curling midges in our spray application, okay?
Yeah.
So let's keep taping and go.
Kyle and I are going to go out to the orchard and pick a bushel of apples for the fall fair. Come on, boys, out, let's go. Okay. I love going into the orchard with Kyle. We get one-on-one time, you know, you always say you want one-on-one time with your children. This is it. There's a beauty. I'm trying to get the biggest ones. Help, I'm a little shorter than you. See that big red one up there? Okay, great, thank you. Let's see if I can get this one here and keep the stem on. For fall fairs, they require that the stem be on there, Kyle. They want to make sure that it wasn't a damaged apple.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Look at that, I've got a real good variety in there now.
Do you think we have enough?
Oh, yes. So many years ago, I decided that we needed to pick up garbage along Grey Road 40, and so we have a sign there, the Ardiels pick up trash.
We adopted the road in front of the farm. This was to accept the responsibility to pick up the trash, to keep the environment clean.
Years and years ago, we had 80 bags of trash that we picked up. Now we're down to about 16 bags of trash for 3.2 kilometers. That helps our environment. This farm, it's been a life for me for the last 37 years.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, good. Thanks. When it's fall fair time, I'm getting my apples, I'm shining them, and I'm getting them all ready for the fair. That's my pride and joy, showcasing what we have here. And it's rewarding if I even get a ribbon or if I get the grand champion. It's something that I know that our farm has accomplished. We are producing more and more apples, and if Kyle wasn't here, then we wouldn't be able to do this.
It's important to try new things, to learn as much as you can so that you're staying ahead of the game and to be able to grow for future populations.
I love living in the country. It's the peace and the quiet, just wonderful living here, and we totally enjoy it.